been putting off making this one, which probably means I should make it, right? I had a gig on Friday at Crofters, and I spent the day preparing, doing my mental health routines. I even filmed a lot of it because I thought I was going to make a video about the things that I do to get me through the day, and it ended up being probably the worst one I've ever played, and I've been dealing with that over the last couple of days, mentally, and wondering whether to talk about it and how to talk about it. And I suppose the whether, that's what this channel's for, isn't it? If I've got stuff on my mind, mental health problems, I deal with them here and I deal with them here. So on Saturday, after the gig, I didn't write, I didn't make a video. I binged a TV show called Flowers, which was very, very good, written by Will Sharp, and it's a mental health kind of based dark comedy starring Julian Barrett and Olivia Colman. Very quirky, very dark, very good. It hit the spot. And yesterday I did write yesterday, so if you're subscribed to my pages you will have seen it. And I came to some good conclusions there. So here's what I've come up with. First of all, why was the gig bad? Well, to start with, there was an older guy from California who came in and introduced himself and said he'd come just to hear me. I was like, wow, that's amazing. And he looked like the kind of guy that would enjoy what I do. I think after 4 songs he left, and I was like, maybe it was just his time. Maybe he only had half an hour allocated, but that's not what was going through my head. What was going through my head was, oh my God, he thinks I'm terrible. Which is weird because I'm not terrible. And also, I can't control what other people think. So these are the kinds of things I've been coming up with. And then the place was quiet. It was very quiet. Eerily quiet. I think I said in my GoPro video when I was filming. Weirdly quiet. Eerily quiet. And that took the pressure off a little bit. And then there was a noisy group came in and sat right beside me. And they weren't, they didn't give the impression that they were listening. They were talking very loudly. It was putting me off, and I was starting to, feel it in here, like, that's not very fair. Why don't they go and sit way over there? Because the place was empty. And it was getting to me when it shouldn't have done. That's the thing. And then my worst nightmares came true. Drunk people came in and started asking for requests, looking for a sing-along. And then the line that I hate more than any other, oh, you don't know that one? I'll sing it and you play it. And I don't know, I feel like a bit of a prima donna. I don't like how this is making me feel. But at that point, I just said to the manager, I said, look, I'm done. I can't keep going. It's too noisy. No one's listening. And I'm being asked to do things that I'm just not able to do. I'm not giving the people what they want. So I finished playing after an hour, just over an hour. And I'm booked to play for 2. And came home feeling sorry for myself, not feeling good at all. And then I got home and was looking for some sympathy. I didn't get it. I got some reality. We need the money. Why you did the hard bit. You You went through the day, you set up, you played for an hour. Why would you not just keep playing for another hour, since you love playing music? And you know, it's all true. But that's not what I wanted to hear when I got home, and it just knocked me sideways. So it was a very difficult gig, difficult weekend. And as I was writing about it yesterday, the conclusion I came to was, I think mainly that I'm disappointed in myself for the way that I acted, and for not being professional, for allowing my ego to get in the way. Because, you know, I've been reading all about this. I've been reading The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. I'm reading The Stoics right now. I spent some time yesterday reading The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. And it's... yeah, I'm just disappointed in myself. I mean, in my head at the time I was thinking, I need to protect my mental health. Every time someone asked for a song I didn't know, it made me feel like a failure. And began to feel a little bit sort of personally attacked, which is just insane. Because these people were just out for a good time and a sing-along, you know. And as I'd been writing that day, what came out that day was that, you know, why I was feeling anxious is because I'm not a jukebox, you know. And I had watched a friend of mine who does play a lot of covers that people sing along to. She quite often puts clips up of her concerts, and they look fabulous, they look amazing, really good fun. But that's not what I do. And because she normally plays weekends, I was thinking to myself, oh my God, I'm booked to play a weekend. What if people are looking for that? And it turns out they were. And I'm not able to provide that. So, I don't know, maybe there's a bit of communication needs to be had with the venue. That weekends aren't good for me as a solo performer. Which is weird, because I've done so many. And this is the first bad one out of hundreds. So, maybe I'm just being a bit too hard on myself. Maybe weekends are great. But yeah, just feeling disappointment, and it's affected my weekend. It's affecting me now, you know. So I think the best thing that I can do is carry on with this and the writing to come to some conclusions. There was a moment on Saturday where I went through to sit with my wife and talk to her about it, and couldn't. You know, I have this thing where I really struggle to open up, and somehow I managed to do it. And we had a good conversation, and she told me how she feels, and, you know, so it's all perfectly valid. And the point being that I'm just not really bringing money into the house, and, you know, I'm already carrying hunters of guilt about that. And here's an opportunity for me to do that, and I'm, you know, letting my mental health get in the way, letting my ego get in the way. And that doesn't make me feel good either. So, what I would like to do is to set up my stuff here, play music more, do live streams as a way of practicing performing, and just remember why I do it. You know, I love music. And remember what I've been reading from the Stoics, and what I know from years of AA is that I can't control what other people think, what other people do. I can only control my own perception, my own actions, my own thoughts to some extent. And thinking along those lines, I think, will be good for me. That's me. Hope this was useful. See you later.